Hi guys, yeah, welcome back to my channel. This is Sim and Stitches again. So on today's tutorial we are going to be making a play suit or a romper. So I want you to come along as we make this. So the first thing you do is to fold your fabric using your bust measurement plus 3 inches depending on how bogus you want your top to be. I marked out my top length and I cut out the front and the back together. I added zip allowance for the back. So the next thing I did now is to mark out my top measurement. So I have a video on how to cut a basic top. I want you to watch that video to have a proper understanding of what I did here. So I cut out the measurements required for making a top, and I also included 2 inches to my length. So because I'm going to be folding it in, because I'm going to be having an elastic band at the waist, so I gave room for that elastic band. So I cut out the top measurement as required, and I added extra allowances to the sides because this bumper is going to be this romper rather is going to be free. Is a play suit, is free, is loose, is not so fitted on the body. So the only part that is fitted is the waist part where I'm going to be putting the elastic band. So you can go ahead and do the same. All right, so at this point I'm cutting out the neck. So the neck has a keyhole at the front. For the front neckline, it has a keyhole. So I measured 4 by 4 inches at first, and then I extended it by another 4 inches. So it is that 4 inches. I curved it out. You can see what I'm doing there. I curved it out to give me that keyhole shape. And also for the back, I made it to be 2 inches deep. So the back depth is 2 inches, while the width for both the front and the back is 3 inches. So right after that, I went ahead to cut out the shape that I've marked, and I cut out the front piece, both the front and the back together. I'm cutting the top, the front, and the back together. So that is it. Now, because of the keyhole that the back has, I'm going to be cutting facing for the keyhole for the back, for the front rather. So I'm cutting the keyhole facing for the front part. Now, what I did is just to spread it open. I spread it open, and then I went ahead to, you can see the keyhole. You can see the keyhole right there. All right, so what I did was to cut out a shape looking like this neckline exactly. So I folded my fabric and I shaped out this neckline the way I'm doing there. So I shaped it out and I cut it out on another fabric. So that is how you cut your facing. You just trace out the shape of the neckline or whatever aspect of the fabric you are making, of the garment you are making. You cut it out to give you the exact shape. So it is that shape that I cut out, and I have it right there. Next thing I'm cutting now is the short. So this romper consists of a top and a short that you have joined together. So now I'm cutting out the short. So I have a video on how to cut a trouser. So I made a pattern for a trouser and I did it as a tutorial. I want you to check I'm going to be putting the links to all these videos in my description box. So please check the description box and watch that video. You will understand the very easy tutorial on how to cut a trouser. So that's what I did. So I went ahead and cut out the trouser after I have marked it out. Very easy. It is very, very simple. In fact, this trouser pattern tutorial will be one of the easiest pattern for trouser that you would ever watch. It is very easy and simple. So I cut out the front first, and then I went on to cut out the back as well. So you also go ahead and do this. So the next thing I did is to take it to my sewing machine and I joined the facing. So the first thing I did was to join the facing for the neck for the front. So I joined it to the main fabric, and I also joined the trouser, the front, the two piece for the front. I joined it together. So after doing that, I joined the trouser front with the top front to give me one single piece for the front pattern. So I have one single piece for the front pattern, and then I brought it to the ironing board to iron it out. So I did just a little design on the neck part, so I ironed it out, and my front piece was ready for me to be sewn and attached to the back. Trust me. So the next thing, I made a drawstring space. Remember the extra allowance that I added? So I folded it up and I made a drawstring space for me to put the elastic band. So I measured the elastic band as the exact measurement of my client's waist. So after measuring that, I then used the elastic band inside. You see what I'm doing? I passed it inside that drawstring band that I have made. So I passed it from one end to the other end. So I did this for both the front and the back. So I have it there. So the elastic is in between, and then I took it to the sewing machine and I stitched the edges, the sides, to secure it well. So next I moved to the back piece. So I joined the right side of the top back with the right side of the short for the back. I joined the two sides together. I joined for the right and I joined for the left. So you can see what I did there. So I joined it. The next thing I did was to fold it in for me to be able to mark my drawstring area, just as I did for the front part. I went on to do for the back part also. So I folded it in like I did now, and then I secured it and I used my elastic. I passed it all the way through. That was how I made my drawstring space. Then after that, I went ahead to join the zipper. So I joined the zippers, securing it both the left and the right side. For the back piece, I joined both together, and I have my back piece in one piece, like not separated, because I've already added the zipper to give it to make it one. So after joining the zippers, I went on to join it at the shoulder. I added the front and the back piece together, and I added my sleeve, and then I joined it at the sides. So I joined both the front and the back piece together at the sides, and I joined the short at the center. And that was all. It was very easy for me to do. I have my romper ready to be worn. Very beautiful and comfortable. The fabric, the texture, everything is just so good. You can wear this on an outing, on girls' night out, or you're going to the beach. You just need something simple and light to, especially in this heat period. So it's something you can wear. All right, guys, thank you very much for watching this video. Kindly like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed. I will see you guys in the next one. Trust me.